Morning, it's another Monday. Time to get the prop back on the Freelander. Right, the prop is back on the Freelander, on its original markings that I made when I took it off. As you know, it wasn't the prop making the noise. I think it's this wheel bearing, but I really need to get the ZR over and get that ready for its retest tomorrow, so the wheel bearing will have to wait. So let's get the ZR on. Right, we have the standard cat back in place. We have changed for, albeit a worse tyre tread wise, it's got less tread on it, but yeah, it's not bulged, so hopefully that'll be okay, and the wheel isn't bent, so that's good. And we have also redone the, you can see the puddle there, we've redone the union on there and cleaned it all up and stamped on the brakes a fair few times. It seems all right. We have got a gearbox leak, but it is drive shaft seals, so that's something I've got to do, but that's not going to stop it getting an MOT. So we're back for a retest tomorrow, so we'll see how we get on. Doggy's out there loving the sun. Okay, the Cortina is stripped down. Sorry I didn't film much. I was on a Copart auction at the time, bidding on cars. But anyway, let's have a look. We have got the anti-roll bar link. Is basically one big bolt that goes through with a nut at the top. So you just undo it and put it through. The bolt on the bottom of the wishbone, again, just two 17mm headed bolts and nuts. Just bolt it through, simple. And then you can see a 27mm nut. And these bushes are knackered. I did have to spin these nuts back a bit just to be able to get them out, because it wouldn't, obviously the bush wouldn't go back far enough to clear where it had to come out from. So yeah, just had to wind them back, not very far. So I just got to make sure I put them back. So now it's just a matter of waiting until the replacement bushes come. But as you can see, nice and empty there. So it's not a difficult job at all. Hopefully they'll turn up today. Okay. After getting told the new bushes would be here today, I've just been told it could be Tuesday. So I've put it back on the floor. That'll be fine to move as it is. I'll just drive it next door, leave the bits separate, and then when it comes, we can get it back in. It's my own fault really for preempting it, but he did say that the tracking said they should be here today, but now it's saying Tuesday. So yeah, brilliant. So I'm going to get this out, and I'm going to get the ZR van back on the lift. It's just been for its retest. With the cat in place, it passed the emissions. The only issue was it got a little bit warm because there's no fan, and it did leak a bit of fluid from the cap. So I'm letting it cool down now, and yeah, fingers crossed. Right, it is Thursday morning. I've just been for an MOT on the MGF. It failed. The big, I don't know what you'd call them, kingpins, I suppose, in the rear suspension. All the gaiters have disintegrated and disappeared in the last year, so they've gone. So it also failed on rear braking balance, but that's probably not too difficult to sort out. It does mean, if I remember rightly, dropping the rear subframe to get to those, to do them properly. And as it's getting near, well, coming into September, so we've probably only got a month maybe of decent weather. I was going to take it off the road anyway and pull the engine and do all the hoses and the stainless pipes I've got as well. So what I've also got, it was advised on a couple of bushes as well that are sort of got play in them. I've got these arms all with poly bushes in, so I'll change all these. We've got an anti-roll bar with poly bushes, so I'll change that as well. Anti-roll bar links with poly bushes, so I'll drop the whole lot, I think, and change the whole lot. So yeah, so it's going to come off the road for the rest of the year now, unfortunately. I was hoping I was going to get another month out of it, but never mind. So what we'll have to do is use something else in the meantime, which I think will be the Defender, really. I'm going away next weekend in it, so it'd be nice to get it out on the road and do a bit of driving in it this week and maybe service it before I go away. But anyway, that's that. So today, I need to quickly go over the ZR van. I'm going to whip the cat off and put the D-cap back on because I need that for the white turbo. So yeah,
So we'll do that. And then really, I think I need to pull the defender out, cable tie all the wires back on that we had to obviously take off when we done the cage, because I'll need to take that home tonight. So let's get a few things moved about. Okay, I found the problem. The hose between the header tank and the rail was slightly restricted. So what it was doing was not letting enough water through, and water was coming back on the top and filling the tank up, and obviously the cap was letting go. So it wasn't actually getting hot, it was just overfilling. So yes, we're fine. So I've just done all that, taken it all apart, cleaned it up. I've not put that intercooler hose back on properly yet, but we're just checking the pipes behind here, making sure, because I've had all them off, make sure there's no leak, and we're just letting it run up, and obviously it's circulating and not filling the tank up now, so we're good. Right, yeah, I think I'll let this warm up, then I'll take it outside, and then we need to get the defender out so I can get it ready to use. Right, I apologise, there's lots of noise in here today because I've got the radio on, I've got the scanner on, I've got the CB on, and I've got the rain pelting down, so I apologise if there's lots of noise. But anyway, today I'm going to have a little look at this wheel bearing. I've never done one before, so I'm going to have a little look and see how it comes apart. So obviously first thing to do is to get the wheel off. Right, so as you saw there, took the wheel off, took the 2 Phillips screws out to hold the drum on, pulled the drum off, and there is a big hub nut in the middle now, so I'm going to undo that. Right, so that 32mm hub nut is undone. I've just got to see how the hub comes apart from the rest of it. I don't know if it does yet. Obviously that hub nut is for the drive shaft, so that just sort of moves back freely afterwards. So I think to get all this off, you've got to take all the brake paraphernalia off, like the shoes and associated bits, and then you'll be able to get to these bolts with a spanner. And then I think this whole hub will come off of the carrier because it's bolted in behind here. We'd have to cap that line off with some mole grips or something, and then undo the brake. And then the ABS plugs in up here somewhere, so we'd have to get that off because I don't think it would come out of the hub. And then the whole hub should be able to come off. So I think what we need to do is take a load of photos of how this goes together, and then start taking it apart. Okay, a little catch up, a bit of a change of plan. I've capped the brake line off and I've undone the bit there. I've unplugged the ABS unit and I've undone both of those arms and pulled them out because this big bolt that goes all the way through won't come out. This lower arm's off, so I've now just got to undo these and the whole hub will come off. To get the handbrake cable out, I had to pop the pin out of the shoe, because you see this has got some flared, these bits are flared, so I had to push these in with a screwdriver. So to do that, I had to pull the pin out and just pull this shoe back. So I'm going to take the whole hub off, and then once this is loose, I'll see whether this bolt will move, but I think this might be seized in, so it'll probably have to go as a complete hub. Right, now we've got to get these 2 big ones off. And there we are, it is off. And if you hear closely, if everyone else shuts up, that is very noisy. So I've got one ordered. I'm going to take this to my friends because they've got a press, and hopefully let them change it. How many defenders do this? Oh, I've left my lights on. There we go. Right, I've dropped the hub off with a new wheel bearing to my friend's garage, so hopefully they'll get that done today, and then this won't be sitting here on the ramp like this for too long. Well, I've not had a call back from the garage yet who are doing the wheel bearing, and it's Friday afternoon, so I'm going to have to leave this here. Got a busy weekend, so I'll be back next week. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next week in the next one. Cheers, guys.